Why does every historical movie or TV show have everybody speaking with a British accent regardless of where they're from?
At the territorial height of the Empire in 1921, after victory in the First World War, the Empire spanned 35,500,000 square kilometers with a population of 413 million people.
Oh, I forgot about that. The Great is the new Hulu series about Peter the Great's son, Peter, and his wife from Germany, Catherine. If you know the story, Catherine turns into Catherine the Great. She becomes one of the longest running empresses of Russia ever. The Great chronicles the events that lead up to her taking power, while also taking various liberties with facts and what actually happened. Now look, I don't usually like the 1800s period pieces or movies. They always seem a little predictable, dull, drab, you might even say. But this one was different. This one is elevated above all of those other period pieces, I think. And it's also set in Russia, and everybody still has those English accents. I think it would have been even cooler if everybody walked around talking like this.
Они обходят нас с тыла! Перезаряжают! Прикройте меня! Противник на северо-востоке! Противник на северо-запад! Не дайте на юге! Они рожают с юго-востока! Замечен противник на юго-западе! Так точно!
They aren't shy about telling you that most of what goes on in this show is false. It has a very historical framework, but the rest of the show is based on a jape or a lop or a... I'm sorry. I binge watched this show in 3 days. It's kind of taking over my body. But Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning did a fantastic job here. One of the core elements of this movie is the youthful naivete. Both Peter and Catherine are just young and naive. Peter thinks that being the Emperor of Russia should be easy, and he shies away from anything harder than throwing a ball against a wall. On the other hand, Catherine has this grand view of what reality should be, kind of like a kid when they read fairy tales or stories. She has this grandized idea of what everything should be, but nothing ever quite turns out the way it should, kind of just like in reality. Both Hoult and Fanning do a great job conveying youthful ignorance. Both of their performances make this more than what it could have been in other circumstances. Just like many other period TV shows or movies, all of the costumes and the sets are really good. I don't think you can make a show set in the 1800s like this without having costumes and sets that are believable, because then your story isn't immersive and nobody really cares. Also, the subplots that they introduce in this show aren't wasted. I hate it when a TV show brings you towards a subplot that you don't care about, or they drag you away to one that slows down the movement of the show, and it makes everything grind to a screeching halt. Everything about the show, the subplots, the main plot was great. Everything was driving towards a central purpose. Everything had a reason. It was all very streamlined. The show can also be really, really funny at times. It's got dry humor. Not everybody likes that. If you like Ricky Gervais, or maybe if you've seen the movie The Lobster.
Have you thought about what animals you want to be if you don't make it?
A lobster.
Or even The Favorite, which everybody is comparing this to.
Did you just look at me? Did you? Look at me! Look at me! How dare you! Close your eyes!
This has the same sort of vibe, and you're gonna like it just as much. I'm not sure if they're gonna do a season 2 or not. If you know who Catherine the Great is, you know what happens after the last episode. I don't know what they would do with a season 2, but it wouldn't be anything as good comparably to season 1. I think a lot of what makes season 1 work is the chemistry between Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning. Removing one of them from the equation removes half of what made your show good in the first place. I'm sure that you can find other actors that are just as good, but I don't think anybody will have the same amount of chemistry and I think it'll be sorely missed. I'm gonna give The Great an 8 out of 10. I highly recommend that you give this a shot. They were hour-long episodes, and I breezed through them in just a couple of days. Let me know what you thought about The Great. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions about things that I can do to review in the future, because I'm running out of ideas. Keep an eye on your ovens, and I'll see you guys next time.